Today we're going to Jebel Shams. I'm embarrassed to say that I've not explored Oman as much as I should have. While I consider myself to be an adventurous person, I'm more of a city mouse than a country mouse. Oman is a country where if you want to take advantage of what it has to offer, you need to explore the outdoors. For a city person, there's really not that much on offer. The main reason for not doing as much as I would like is visitors, or the lack thereof. I've lived in many places in my life and I know what it's like to have to take visitors to the same attractions over and over. Sometimes you can give them a list of activities and they can do self-guided tours. However, I don't think Oman is the kind of place where you can send an unseasoned traveler to explore on their own. On our way to Jebel Shams, we decided to stop off at a wadi where we could do some swimming before going up the mountain. We checked with some local people about whether or not the roads were passable, and we were advised that they were. They weren't. If you're going off-road in Oman, you really need to know where you're going and what you're doing. As you look at the state of this road, you can see why I say it's really not a place you'd want to send an unseasoned traveler on their own. This truck ahead of us was stuck in the mud, and while we tried to help, to no avail, so we ended up turning around and going up the mountain instead of going to the wadi for swimming. At last we made it to Jebel Shams. We are at an area that I think they call the Grand Canyon of Oman. So you can kind of look down and see all the rock formations. I think there is a village down there. We didn't go hiking down. There are hikes in the areas that you can do, but at this point I was feeling pretty lazy, and other than having lunch, that was really all I wanted to do. We weren't the only ones interested in having lunch. Apparently the local goats also like to come and snack as well. So we had some visitors while we were having our lunch. some point the weather started to look a bit precarious, so we decided to pack up and head back to our hotel. Now that we're going downhill, down the mountain, back to the village where we're going to be staying, you can get a sense of how bumpy the road is from how the camera is jumping around. I tried to keep it steady, but that just gives you an idea of the condition of the roads. That part, it wasn't paved, but now we're onto a smoother section, so it's not jumping around as much. At this point, we're basically back on the flat land out of the mountains and just heading to the village. It was a pretty good trip. I really enjoyed it. I didn't do any hikes this time, but obviously I've got to save something for next time.